Hey guys, so today we're gonna look at systems of equations. So, our first question, x plus 2y equals 5 and negative x plus 3y equals 10. So, what is a system of equation? Basically, so if let's say we have a graph, I don't know, just random lines like this. What the answer to this gives us is where these 2 points intersect, so right there. So, I'll throw up a Desmos graph of these two equations right now. And so the answer is that point where it intersects. Okay, so now, how do we solve this? Because every time we don't want to just sit here and graph our lines. That'll take too long. So, we just use what we already know. We know how to add, we know how to subtract, we know how to divide, we know how to do algebra. Okay, so negative x or x plus 2y equals 5 and negative x plus 3y equals 10. Okay, now what we can do is we can just add down, right? So we'll just add these two. So what is x plus negative x? 0. So let's put 0 here. Plus 2y plus 3y is 5y. 5 plus 10 is 15. And now we can solve this, right? 5y equals 15. Divide both sides by 5. And I get y equals 3. Okay, now you're thinking, okay, I have y. How the hell do I get x? Okay, all you have to do, plug it back into here. So you could plug it into any equation. I'm just choosing the top one. You can plug it into the bottom one, whichever one you want. So let's say I have x plus 2y. We said y is 3, so I'm just going to substitute a 3 in here. Equals 5. So x plus 6 equals 5. X equals negative 1. And so I'll throw up that Desmos graph again, and if we zoom in, we can see that that point where it intersects is at negative 1, 3. Now, you can't just leave your answer like this. Usually, the teacher might get mad at you. So what I would say is write it in coordinate form. So negative 1, 3, and boom, there's your answer. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's start with this question. I'll let you guys solve it. Pause it if you need some time. It's very similar to the other one. Again, we just add down. So negative x plus x is 0. Plus 5y plus 3y is 8y. 6 plus 10 is 16. So we get 8y equals 16. Y equals 2. Now, just to prove to you guys that we can plug it into whatever equation we want, I'll plug it into the bottom one this time. So I'll do x plus 3, 2 equals 10. X plus 6 equals 10. X equals 4. So again, make sure you write your answer down like this. 4, 2. I'll pop up Desmos graph right now. As you can see, that's the answer. And it's this is all there is to it. It's going to get harder, so I'll show you the next one. Okay. This one is a little bit harder. Why? Because we can't just add down. Nothing's cancels. 3x plus x is 4x, and negative 2y plus y is what? Is just negative y. That doesn't give us 0. We need them to add down and equal 0. How do we do that? Okay, first thing I want to do, I'm going to multiply this bottom row by 2. Why? Because let's say I'll put it in red. If I put a 2 here, you can see negative 2y plus 2y equals 0, and I can do those same exact steps we did in the other two problems. Okay, so I'm just going to apply this bottom row by 2, so it'll be 2 times, oh, let me switch back to green. So 2 times x plus y equals negative 8 times 2. Remember what you do to one side, you have to do the other side. Distribute 2x plus 2y equals negative 16. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. In terms of just neatness, right? This is just a conversion, and this is the original. So this is the equation we want to bring down. I don't if that's confusing. I'm sorry. Like these are the two original equations we started with. This equals that, right? These two are the same. So now I'm just gonna bring down this 3x minus 2y equals 6. I'm sorry if I made that more confusing than it had to be. Okay. So now we can do the same thing, add down. So 2x plus 3x is 5x. 2y minus 2y is 0, or plus 0, whatever. And minus 16 plus 6 is negative 10. Okay, so we have 5x equals negative 10, so that means x equals negative 2. Okay, now, again, you can plug it into whatever equation you want. I'm going to plug it into this top one because it looks a little bit easier. So, negative 2 plus y equals negative 8. So, y equals negative 8 plus 2, right? Bring it over to the other side, equals negative 6. Now we get negative 2, negative 6. That's our answer. To check, we can always plug it into Desmos. Pop that graph up right now. And then we're done. Another type of question you're going to see is when an equation has no solution. Well, how can a system of equation have no solution? Well, let's think about it. What if the lines are parallel? Right? A system of equation is solving for the intersection. If they're parallel, then these lines are never ever going to touch. So we're going to have no solution. So let me give you an example. So if you guys are good at equations and lines, then you'll know same slope means that these two lines are parallel. Obviously, these two have the same slope. And we just discussed that parallel lines have no solution. But just for fun, let's solve this. Okay, so 7x plus y equals 5, 7x plus y equals 3. Okay, I can't add down yet. Nothing's going to cancel. So I'm going to multiply this bottom one by negative 1. Right? So I can get y minus y. Okay. So let's multiply that by negative 1, sorry. So negative 1 times 7x plus y equals 3 times negative 1. Remember, what you do to one side, you have to do the other side. Negative 7x minus y equals negative 3. Now, maybe this time I'll make it a little bit simpler. Bring this one down, because here, let me color code it a little bit. So, because this one and this one are congruent, right? So I'm bringing down this 7x plus y equals 5. Keep it a little bit less messy. So 7x plus y equals 5. Okay, so what is, no, add down, sorry. So negative 7x plus 7x is 0. Negative y plus y is 0. Alright? Alright, we have canceled. Negative 3 plus 5. Okay, negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Oops, 2. So we get 0 equals 2. That doesn't make sense. 0 does not equal 2. So that's incorrect, and we get no solution. Which just proves our first, what I was saying earlier about parallel lines having no solution. So this is another type of question that they might give you. And if you get something like this, don't freak out. It's okay. It probably means that the lines are parallel unless you made a stupid mistake somewhere. But if you see that the slopes are equal from the very beginning, then you don't have to do any work. Just say they're parallel, move on, no solution, done. Get that point, move on to the next question. These are mainly the types of questions you'll see. I put some practice problems in the description with the answer key. Next time we'll work on linear equations but in word problems, and after that we'll start working on linear inequalities because a lot of these show up on the SAT. But if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll answer them. And if you have any videos you want to see in the future of questions or math concepts that you're unsure about, leave them in the comments. I'll make videos on those too. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.